before.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He loved it.
I wonder why he doesn't want to do that.
He's like, it depends on the energy of the actual Starbucks. I'm gonna have to go in there and walk in.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly.
Alright.
Doesn't, bro?
I don't like the energy. You don't even know what is energy.
Exactly.
Sure every single Starbucks that I've ever been to, the employees are pretty much all the same.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
They got that weird vibe, that very
Eclectic.
inclusive, yeah, eclectic, inclusive vibe.
Because they got lots of benefits.
Should I turn off the dryer?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
I mean, it's not going to be on like the whole 2 hours. The dryers are usually at 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good chapstick.
Let's see, I think we should be live right now. Come on.
With what?
Cool, we just got one chat too. I guess I could extend this one.
I need to move it.
No, I'm gonna.
Adjust it.
Well, let's just see first.
It just needs to be turned like slightly towards me.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Oh, you can see the computer in it though.
That dryer is really loud. Go turn it off.
Oh. What's up, Eros?
Welcome.
How are you on this fine evening? It's fine Wednesday. Oh, yeah.
Where's your
Park?
charger?
Downstairs. Do we need it?
Yeah.
I should just keep them up here. The fan's still on. Okay.
Test 1, 2. Welcoming High Deck, Eros, Adam, me and Abel. We're gonna run through we're gonna practice what we got. Alright, I think we're live on all the platforms.
Hola.
Let's look at our weak point, which has gotten better, the tare, du tare. Okay, so
Incense.
share as image. I'm gonna share it to the group.
Yeah, thank you.
Or should I share as a text? Because I don't know. I don't think that is. Yeah, I'll share as a text. Because that does not look very good. Share as text. Converting to MMS. There we go. So we're just gonna skip all the fluff. Let's just do the whole thing, but I won't go full emotion today. Just kind of like, we just want to get to where we practice. And see here.
Come on. Come on. You're okay. Come on.
The Year of the Dragon. Mystical, ancient, fierce spiritual creature. The dragon represents something in your soul. Let's see here. Oh, Jill Crary joined. Like, why y'all not on Insight Timer?
Hola.
And the chat box should be... there.
We're not streaming on Insight Timer.
Yeah, we're not on Inside Timer.
I forgot to schedule it,
Got you.
but I put it on for Friday. The week got away from me.
The real OGs know where we are.
Exactly.
I mean, we're on so many other apps too. So. A lot of people on Insight Timer checks the YouTube too.
Yeah. If they're devout fans, they will be here.
The dragon represents something in your soul. The fire, the strength, the divine masculine. We invite and allow the sacred dragon So we start with the wind noise, wind sound, which dunes. Dunes, yeah, okay. So dunes on ambience, atmos. Okay. So that's gonna be 7 minutes of that with a rain stick and a midnight chime. After that, thunder rain on Atmos comes on. Gong. The first part is good. It's familiar. So, okay. Handpan and bowls. Leave the stick over here. Seven minutes. So 7 minutes of that, and then we go into 5 minutes gong, wooden accessory, and I'll be walking around with a gong. So we'll start with, as you expect. So I'll be doing that to introduce the next, I'll be gentle. Right. I'm gonna try to ride out every stage of before I get really cracking loud. So more ethereal.
Spacey.
Yeah. So that part, you just follow the gong sleeve, that's it. And then I'll turn off the rain, and it'll be, then you do the frogs, and it will just be a minute. So you just do it until you feel, and if I don't feel it, I'll just tell you keep going. That's the end of the first one. We celebrate our dreams, embracing the awakening of the dragon that brings us the strength to push through the obstacles and challenges of the year. Tibetan celebration. Drums, 2 didgeridoo rain stick, which is walking around. You'll be walking around with a big drum, and we just... yeah.
The drum.
Just so it could be more interactive and not just being all in the center. So you could do it right there. That's more just like the clearing part. Just the beginning is just more like familiar, gentle, what they want. Crystal bowls, handpan, the most iconic like sound healing tools. And from there on, it's gonna be more, clearing and more opening. And then, okay. And so we return to the center, and then we do Tibetan bowls, drum, and shaker. And this is gonna be what the
Slow.
yeah, slow. Dum. So it's gonna be, you're just gonna be. Use the black one.
Levitate. There is some milky oolong. If anybody needs caffeine, caffeine is available.
So this part about 3 minutes. Just enough to feel the presence of the bowls. Because we want to do some variety in this part, Slower, or it's like if you wherever the mic is, just play it more gentle but closer. Yeah, I think it's just more. Go ahead. Yeah. Or even if you try hitting it louder, but maybe hold the middle of the stick. Yeah, just like there you go. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, right there.
You keep going.
Slow?
What you're doing, yeah, that's like, I would say that was normal speed, which is fine. You definitely, yeah. Because before it was like, dun, normal, and then there's like a little bit faster. And
Okay, I thought you meant that was like not slow enough.
No.
Okay.
No, I was saying.
I was like, that's really slow. It was good.
I thought it was faster.
I meant it was good.
No. Now.
So
the
slower than that.
No, I thought you meant that you should go slower than what you were
No.
doing. That's what I thought.
No,
I was like,
that
what?
speed was for the Tibetan style, because
Yeah.
then jumping to the flute, there has to be
It's
a little bit faster,
Yeah, for sure.
which is fine. Basically, just have a more just change the rhythm up when I get to the flute, which ding, 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 or ding,
Okay.
ding. Yeah, just a little bit more
Together.
count. Yeah.
What else?
So you start first. So it's hand pan, drums, flute, and walking around with pod shakers. Yeah.
Tare tu ri so ha. 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 Tare tu ri so. Tare tu ri so. Tare tu ri so. Tare tu ri so. Tare tu ri so.
So just gonna go into silent, okay? Silent. And then the next phase, which is the white dragon appears, which is the celestial stage, okay? So it begins with exactly boom, incense around. So you're just gonna keep going, and then we're gonna do incense.
slowly with the flute and then the infinite pad,
Oh,
kind of like easing into it, or what?
it's gonna be silent after the ding ding ding. I'm gonna put the infinite pad on.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. masculine energy to push through our obstacles. We embody the divine masculine to climb the mountain and the difficulties that life may present. To have the courage, the strength, the fire to believe when it's difficult. To be strong when everything tells you to be depressed, to be weak. We allow the fire of the dragon to rise. We embody the dragon energy. And to feel this energy together, we Om 9 times to feel the fire, the yang energy together. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Three more, inhale. Then a last one, inhale. And then just finish with the gratitude, as we usually do. How is it?
Better.
Smoother.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, me too.
more emotional. I mean, it's not what people would expect in a good way. I mean, I like it because it's not a normal flow. I mean, I guess the gong's never been the main spotlight, and I think it's appropriate.
It's a little bit more fiery-ish, or just a little bit, I don't know, like
For sure.
darker, not as like celestial, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's
More
a little
mystical.
bit more grounded, more mystical, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That's good.
My goal is to eventually get the copper pyramid up.
Yeah. Why did you look into that?
Um,
Just for healing aspects of
we needed
thinking
to.
about healing?
Yeah, no, it was we needed a way, because we need to create big energy change. There needs to be massive change in how we look, and because I'm thinking our setup, I'm trying to upgrade our setup, and I don't know, the pyramid thing came to me because I've been looking at to get a pyramid for us. Like I've been talking about it before, just
Yeah.
gently.
Well, you mentioned last Sunday because you gave me that pyramid, and you're like, if only they had a Tibetan pyramid, because I've
That's
broken
right,
so
yeah.
many
Yeah, for
crystal
sure,
things.
yeah, 100%.
And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, it's a big Tibetan pyramid.
Yeah, yeah. So that it's I mean that would be great if we had a metal like.
I fixed it.
Yeah, no. If we actually had a singing Tibetan pyramid, which is like a cowbell or
Pretty
a
much.
triangle,
I'm sure it would sound
good.
yeah, different than a cowbell, but yeah.
It'll probably need to be. I'm sure.
Do they have anything? Have you looked into that?
Not. I'm sure you can make it. It's just metal.
What would
and
it sound like though? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be
I think they make them.
Do they?
because
I've seen them.
I realized, okay, I want to experiment with like what's possible too, and just know that this pyramid energy thing, it's a real, like I've been studying it. Like you have a pyramid here, and there's something called the etheric field,
I have a pyramid.
like the organite,
Oh, yeah.
and there's all these, and like what makes the pyramid special is not even the material, it's the shape,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. So if you just like created a pyramid shape anywhere, it the energy of it connects with this etheric field that we can't see. So it's, you could say it's a magical field that the pyramid structure allows things to find harmony. And I'm thinking maybe this planet is possible because the pyramid makes the planet stable, because it's really hard to harmonize like it's like why haven't we found life in in the universe or whatever. And I think what makes the planet special, there's pyramids all over, and that art has just kind of been lost, but the pyramids have not died off because they're so indestructible, and maybe it's designed that way.
I mean, that was
And-
like on Ancient Aliens. And
Yeah, it's
all
like
that, yeah.
because we
I
never,
watched it.
yeah
They talked about the pyramid structure.
And- and so it makes me think, it makes me look into, we have a giant pyramid at Unity. Think about that.
Yeah, for sure. It is an apartment, by the way. H3 Booter.
But my neighbors have
neighbors,
not complained
They're
yet.
chill. They're very
Well,
chill.
we're actually in the 3rd floor of the apartment. So, and your neighbor, they have the 1st floor. Mainly.
No, they have a studio. Well, they have the loft right next to me
Oh, okay.
too. But I don't think they ever
and,
use it.
and the thing is, we're not going crazy anyways,
Yeah,
It's-
it sounds louder on
The mic, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going hard. I mean, outside.
It's probably still, you can probably still hear it.
Yeah, but it's like only for an hour or two.
Yeah,
And it's only
not
8 here,
super
so.
bothersome, yeah.
So I'm just looking at how could we unite more people, because sitting under a pyramid, it's for other people. But I think we're gonna get a lot of benefit by sitting under a pyramid, right?
Mhm.
And as it works for us, the goal is to get 2 more pyramids around us for healing, which is what we're talking
So
about.
where's the first pyramid going?
We're sitting on. We
Awesome.
have.
It would go over
Yeah,
us.
we
I
need
love
it.
it.
We need it first, and
That'd be
it's
cool.
it's gonna look really like esoteric. There's gonna be a lot of skepticism, and because it's a dominant shape.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make it yourself?
Well, I already bought the corners, and I'm just buying
Okay.
4 pipes, and there's a measurement where you multiply the base length by like 0.1 whatever to get the other parts, and the goal is to also like make it portable, so I would have to take that 10 feet copper, cut it in half, and like
Section
couple
it together,
couple it, whatever.
Mhm.
And so I hear we're mostly grounded, but if we're not grounded, I think we will learn the hard way, because the pyramid it's like it's an amplifier. And now if we're centered, we're gonna amplify good. If we're not centered, but I'm here for that kind of ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be good.
I'm with, and so as I study more about these pyramids, it's just literally the shape of it. It allows the sacred geometry, and some people don't believe in God, but they'll put some sacred geometry on their
They'll mess
body.
with stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when people look out, if we have a pyramid, it's gonna attract more new age, new Gen Z
Oh, for sure.
who need the look.
Yeah.
And everything we're doing is already in that alignment with that, but we don't have an iconic thing that's like makes it unique. And if we start putting a pyramid,
It'll add to the
it
ambiance.
adds. Well, when people look out and see us, it looks feminine, but our energy is masculine when we're like focused, and then the pyramid is just adding to our focus. So we're really focused, and this thing's gonna make. I believe it's gonna bring a ton more people, because some people, they need a pyramid.
Oh yeah, people love the imagery, the symbolism, the absolute people are drawn to that sort of thing because it's like, whoa, they're really, I don't know.
And it doesn't even need to be copper, but the beautiful part is that copper is like the lightest thing.
Yeah, it's
that's
super light.
strongest.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good material.
And I don't want to get. I mean, I could get PVC, but
No,
No.
that's not natural.
Yeah.
You want something natural.
yeah. And well, what I learned is that it doesn't have to be natural to.
Yeah, but you would. I mean, it's better.
I wouldn't want PVC. either.
People, yeah. I mean,
So the corners are 3D printed
they should be. Yeah. You'd have to have plastic corners. I mean,
because
you don't have to, but-
metal corners are stupidly expensive. That's
Yeah,
why.
for sure.
And if we go to any spiritual events, seeing a group under a pyramid, and the plan is to bring it everywhere now.
Nice. Yeah. Like you said, it's going to be very portable. It should just fit in like a bag like that. You just pick it up, move it around. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We could just use that same bag or find another. Yeah.
Probably have to find something a little bigger, but yeah.
Welcoming
Basically the same thing.
Raheru. Let's see.
Hello.
All the countries should come together to build a giant pyramid to save the planet.
It's not a bad idea. I like that.
Al says, I recently had idea that I needed to build a pyramid to give glory to God. Must have got the same memo. Well, I mean, there's pyramids all over the planet, and I see like the place we're playing at has a pyramid, right?
Yeah.
Like Unity is calling us, and I'm thinking like, why don't we? I mean, it adds to. It's almost like the future of spirituality is spirit science.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that makes sense.
people need science
In this
still.
day and age, yeah.
I don't need it.
Because
but-
there's a lot of atheists in the world, or self-proclaimed atheists, because of science in general. Because it's like it contradicts
dominant,
religion so
yeah.
much, and it's
Yeah.
very dominant because of our society. But I was that way, and I found that to be very toxic and not fulfilling. It was very empty. So mixing the two with spirituality is very important.
And I
right?
could see that that's, it's because I'm thinking, how can we get to the next level with our branding, our image?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm like, okay, great, we're attracting lots of people naturally, but how can we do it? I'm looking at healing. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's more about the healing.
And the more
aspect of
I
it.
research, about the healing, effects of pyramids. It's like on an atomic level. Like they can put a razor blade. Somebody put a razor blade in the middle of a pyramid, and if you align the razor from east to west, it makes it blunt. But if you do it from west to east, it makes it sharp. For whatever reason, if you put electricity under, add
Okay.
But us, we wouldn't. It would just be our energy would be amplified.
Well, it's
Sure.
like a generator, basically.
It's definitely it's a multiplier.
Yeah.
Right. So on an atomic level, but it depends on what you put in it.
Yeah.
And just people looking out, it's already like such a. When I first saw it, I thought it was weird because I did not get it. Right.
And I think it's really a lot about people's belief too, because they need something to believe in order to heal, right? Because they need that. You need that faith at the foundation of healing, in my opinion, and that pyramid just gives them something to believe in.
Absolutely, because before I became spiritual and all that, I was studying like the ancient pyramid of Giza and like Peruvian pyramids. Why? Because it's interesting.
It is, yeah.
Was it aliens? Or
It's very,
what is
it's very
it?
mystical.
That means so I was just, like smoking weed and
By
just
nature.
watching all these things, and I realized I never thought we would come back to making a pyramid part of our
right.
circle.
Sure.
And I didn't see the connection, like we play at Unity in a pyramid, but I didn't connect it to like, what if that's part of our future to where we start using the pyramid as part of our group, And Twitch became an OnlyFanish service. Yeah. Yeah. Twitch is dead for ASMR, sadly. Catch more, yeah. Let's see here. Science has become scientism in many areas these days. Laden with dogma and doctrine.
Yeah. Laden.
Laden. The pyramid is definitely a symbol of unity amongst mankind. And what do you think, sister? How do you feel about this pyramid talk? Or what do you feel about it in general?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it's good.
I was like, at first I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
Now-
copper has like a lot of healing
Sure.
properties
Yeah, yeah.
too,
No, I
you
know
know,
that.
and
Yeah, for sure.
pyramid's good.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really cool idea. I like it.
Each bar is like $20.
So you need 5.
I need 8 bars.
Yeah.
8 bars, but then like I have to cut it, you know. It's not gonna be the bottom for the base is the same, and then but the top is different, so I have to like
Sure.
figure out how
If you
to
want
cut
help,
it.
let me know.
Okay, and a guy messaged me about being about medicine, and I just told him, hey, we're not gonna be part of it until further notice. So what did I say? I said we're taking a break until further notice.
Gotcha.
But I get by
Just from medicine.
just from medicine, but
Yeah.
he knows we're going to, and he
He's going to be a flip side.
I think so, and we didn't go any farther, so I just
Okay.
responded quickly. Other than that, I've been cultivating TikTok and YouTube, which has been rapidly. One of the videos got 10,000. One short got 10,000 views or whatever.
Nice.
And it's just more about just keep me. But each video, like I'm investing $10 a week on video editing.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good for.
And so as it catches more traction, so it's not bad.
It's still an investment though. But yeah, I got you.
$40 a month, but the goal is to eventually get to TikTok because I realize my energy is more feminine. Right? The feminine energy, it's a lot more on TikTok. There's a lot of growth on TikTok. On Insight Timer, there's a limitation to that growth because it's Insight Timer.
It's very small. It's a much smaller community. TikTok's
Yes.
a giant community compared to
And there's a lot of people doing sound healing already on there. So
on TikTok.
there's a lot of people on there doing spiritual content, and so there's
Sure.
going to be more eyes that are open to that.
Yeah. Plus, I think it is an area where there needs more authentic spirituality because it's very disingenuous. I think the majority of TikTok is very disingenuous and very.
I think the people who are not genuine won't last as long as what I started.
I just mean like the culture of it, like the dances and all that stuff.
Well,
it's
I would say it is beginning to get. People are starting to find clicks already. Which side of TikTok? Before
Right.
people were exploring a lot more, and now people have decided, okay, I'm gonna hang out with Reiki people.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. The Reiki thing, people just literally just
on
camera, they just.
Sending my energy to you
Like, no, thank you.
through the image.
No, thank you.
Oh, they want
And
it.
just hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands.
Thousands of people watching, yeah, for sure.
It's kind of, it's not what we do, but
Same lane.
yeah, it's the same lane, and they definitely dove in earlier.
Cool.
So that's the evolution. And decor for. I just decided. I could get decor. Should we get I can get the speakers. Another speaker.
I think we definitely need one more.
Three speakers.
So we can create a.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want, oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't matter, but if you wanted to create the pyramid aspect, we'd have 4 pointing in.
Don't we
On
already
each
have
corner.
speakers?
Yeah.
We
No.
need different speakers?
The big good ones.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking to start selling what we have.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea.
the
'cause
on-
we have too much.
We have a lot of speakers, and I think people people would buy it.
Yeah, I think we found what what we need. Those
Yeah.
big ones with the generators.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing those to Unity, correct? The two that we have.
Well, I told her to we'll bring everything, and I told her because last time we used the audio from my board into their big speakers.
Did we do that one time?
On
I
stage?
thought we never did.
When we went on.
Oh, on stage. Yeah, I
the
got you.
cost.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I told her, hey, that worked out. We can do that with whatever, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, we tried to do it on our own, kind of, and it didn't work. We need one of the audio engineers there, I think.
Let's see here. I believe the pharaohs were buried in pyramids because they also served as a kind of space machine that takes one to other star systems. Well, through studying the pyramid on YouTube, just watching stuff, a lot of things did not completely decay or slow down the decay. Like they put different apples under a small pyramid, and the apples under a thicker pyramid did not decay as quickly. And the bigger the pyramid, the stronger it is too, for whatever reason. So the biggest one is in Egypt. So imagine that pyramid, it could deal with that whole side of the planet, right? And in Houston we have Unity. That's a big pyramid.
Yeah,
and the Indian culture, they have a group of pyramid meditation where there's a community. They devote themselves to that structure.
That's cool.
And they experimented with animals. They put cows under a pyramid.
Sure.
And then have some cows that were not in the pyramid. And the cows under the pyramid never got sick. And whenever they had sick cows, they would put that cow under the pyramid and it would heal faster than normal. Same thing with crops. They would have farmers put a giant pyramid in the field and they would go meditate with the pyramid, and the crops would grow faster and there would be like no bugs in that area, which is kind of... It's like you don't want to believe it.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah, you don't want to believe it, but... Let's see here. Muso says, it seems everyone is a Reiki master these days.
It's trendy. Spirituality has gotten trendy.
What do you think, Sister Emily? Reiki masters.
I mean, anybody can get a certification now, but are they like actually doing it from their heart? That's the question. But I do feel like, it is beneficial depending on what part of your journey you're on, because it definitely helped me a lot, before I realized that you don't really need others to heal yourself, that we are the Reiki master within, but sometimes we need a little bit more push, I guess. But yeah, it serves its purpose, but I feel like anybody can go and get a certification. It's a spiritual business at the end of the day.
I've only met one, like I told you, that one lady was doing Reiki on me, we were in a Reiki circle. She was one of the Reiki healers walking around giving Reiki, and I was in the center playing bowls, and I start feeling heat on my back. I thought somebody put their hand on me, but she made a crystal grid around me and was like away, and I could feel her energy. I was like, whoa. And that's one person only.
Yeah.
And so it's a real thing, but you don't choose to be a Reiki healer. Reiki chooses you. It's like I don't choose to do this. It's like it chose me. The bowls choose you. The sound healing, the master, all these things, they choose you. The more you want it, the more it's not meant for you. But the more you can't, if you live for it and you're willing to die for it, then it's meant. Most people aren't willing to die for it, and that's why they're not gonna live for it. What have you seen, brother? Animal.
Is that one of those big ones? The one I saw flying around?
It's a ant or some ant-looking bug.
We were trying to figure out what those bugs are. They look like giant mosquitoes that fly around.
No,
They've been
that's
everywhere
Mosquito
lately.
eaters.
Is that what they're called? Mosquito eaters.
They eat mosquitoes.
That's I told them they were good for sure because they don't really
It's an
do anything.
ant. Great.
Pick up the tea. I thought it was very interesting that the 2 times that we participated in the mainstream spirituality here in Houston, it was very obvious we shouldn't be doing that. Like, it was so crazy.
It's
to me
almost we still don't really want to believe that, but
sure. No, I know.
we trust enough to where
Now, at this point, I'm like, dude, there's no way that was, not like just obvious. You shouldn't be doing this, especially the first one. God was like, okay, at the end of it, I'm gonna bring it, because the event had ended and everything was fine, and that was a more giving event. That wasn't quite the promotion based event that the second one was. The second one was very paid for vendors type deal, like your traditional spirituality.
Yes.
Mainstream spirituality, for-profit event, and that one was just hail immediately before the event even started, and like just crazy, and it terrified my daughter. She's still terrified.
Not as much.
No, she's gotten a lot better for sure. But I mean, for months, even if it was like mildly cloudy outside, she would like go into a panic, and it was like just wild to watch because I'm just like, what is happening? But yeah. That experience
taught us a lot about collaborating with people who are not on the same frequency.
For sure, and just that frequency.
The energy when you're collaborating with people. Oh God, here comes the zoo. Oh money.
He's lost. I smell her. She's around here somewhere. Where is she? This way? It's getting less strong.
So,
this way.
God, like, which sense am I gonna use? My nose, my ear, or my eyes? I cannot use all three at once.
I think the nose is the only thing that's really
working well.
Oh, he's lost probably because the incense probably like dazed him. Yes, it taught me that if you're not meant to collaborate with somebody that's why as we're a peer spiritual community, when purity it starts to get corrupt, like energy fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
In every system, right? When you have a pure heart and somebody not pure, like I learned that the hard way. I mean, remember I told y'all I fell off a bike, and because God, when things don't work out for you, it's like the universe trying to guide you away. But sometimes we try to force ourselves into disharmony, and we become disharmonious with them. And that's why being pure and keeping things from the heart, it's really difficult, because it's not about you winning, it's about humanity benefits. But when you get involved with people who are looking to benefit from humanity, then things don't work out, right? Things will fail, and like, we get to see it. Like one example, the head monk at my temple right now. So there's a late monk who was highly revered and popular and was a great monk. The one after him, he talked crap about a lot of people, judged a lot of people, and people did not respect him. But because the late monk died, he became the main. Well, recently he drove a grass cutting machine, a lawn mowing machine, up a hill, and it flipped on him, on an 80-year-old guy.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
He's like, he cannot feel his limb, like I think one leg he can't feel. So now the karma of being like that is because one of his things, he prides himself in taking care of himself, and he feels so bad that the community has to now.
Sure.
So now you have to have nurses on clock to like change him and shower him while living at
That's
the temple.
wild. That's
Because
crazy.
why? Because the karma.
Right.
And so karma is something so real to me. That's why I do, like, as I learned from the master, when we do the right thing comes to us. And but when he says when you do the wrong thing, it does the same thing. And as practitioners, we can see that everywhere in the world. And what about you, sister? What have you seen for yourself with positive or negative, I guess, manifestation or energy connection?
I mean, what we are, we attract, right? Whether that be people, situations. I mean, people in particular, whenever on a certain frequency, or maybe I have too much anger, I attract anger to me. Yeah, with jobs, whatever it is, really.
What's the most recent like cause and effect that you would see? Like, I guess your job, right?
Yeah.
When people are putting out negative energy, you could get fired.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's also about setting your boundaries too, like
Yeah.
not allowing people to walk all over you. And I've noticed recently, whenever I begin to set my boundaries with people, if they are being negative or if they are saying something, I've noticed it's not directed to me, but I'm the one that has to handle it because I'm
Yeah.
the manager. But yeah, I think it's very important to address something, as it happens, and not allow it to linger, because literally whenever I've addressed it, I feel lighter. I feel like my heart is open, but also maintaining our own energy as well. But
Yeah, when you have pure intentions, sometimes you have to do difficult things that may piss some people off. But if your intention is pure, the karma you don't spin the wheel.
mm-hmm.
But if you react and yell
Right.
in ungrounded way, then you also spin the wheel of suffering.
Absolutely.
How about you, Brother Sean? What have you noticed about the karmic cycle?
That it's real.
How do you know?
Just experience, and going on our last little hiatus last year, and then coming back, and being sober for a week, and then putting on the necklace that the master gave me, and I hadn't worn it in months. And within the hour that I put it on, whether that is like him or whatever, it's just the karma of going back to being good and doing something. Well, I had to pay for that hiatus that we went on, and that was putting messing my truck up, which I just have no recollection of doing. I mean, I do, but I just don't ever I remember it happening in terms of me realizing what I was doing, but starting it and initiating that sequence of events, I still don't even recall doing. So just the karma of going from doing something I knew I shouldn't be doing to then doing the right thing, and then having to pay for what I knew I shouldn't have been doing, because when you do the wrong thing, it's going to come back and bite you. And then on the other hand, doing the right thing and staying true and just staying on the right path and trusting and having faith and learning the lessons that I needed to learn throughout the process of it getting fixed. It all worked out in the end. And actually today he still owes me $1,500 from all that. And it ended up getting done for, half the price, if not cheaper than it should have been done for. And today he paid me $500 of that $15 that he owes me, which is nice. And just out of the blue, because he was supposed to send me a contract and sign it, and I talked to him 3 times about it. I'm like, hey, you gotta send me this contract so we can finish this, and just so I have more faith that he's gonna pay me back right at the end of it. And eventually I just gave up. I'm like, whatever, you're never gonna send me the contract. If you give me the money, you give me the money. If not, it's fine. It's in God's hands now. And then just out of the blue, he just sent me.
Yes, it's not always easy to face your karma. It's why is she has to deal with her brother? Why do I have to deal with my wife? Why do I have to deal with my mother or our family? And it's we're the way we are because of where we came from, and but for us to be aware, we stop creating negative karma. But of course, I know that if I accidentally, if I accidentally run over a squirrel, it's the intention, I'm not trying to kill it, but you still killed a squirrel, so you're still going to get some negative karma back, because that's how it is. But it's not as the same as killing it on purpose.
Right. There's different levels.
Which I told y'all, I accidentally ran over a squirrel, and then my windshield cracked. But I didn't mean to kill, but I could have been more aware and slammed on the brake. But that was part of, and we're not here to run away from karma.
Right.
we're here to do the best to be aware so that we don't create more negative ones, so that we can be a more clear channel of service. And I think it's becoming more clear when we start to move away from people who don't respect the karma, right? That's why the groups that we collaborate with, like, we're not going to different events, or we, and even Sister Militia coming to the group is like we help clear other people's karma because the group's so peaceful. And when she left, almost like the next wave of more rapid, the group got larger for sure. since that time. And then many avenues begin to open when we surrender to clearing our karma, which is, again, not easy, especially when you're really busy or you have a lot to do and you still have to deal with God. You know what I mean? Like, you just come home from work, or at work, you still have to remember compassion when people don't even think that deep about the way they live their life, or they just talk about Jesus when it's convenient behind the keyboard, but in their own life they don't take that kind of action, which I've been noticing more of, because I've been, I'm putting myself out there as a spiritual content creator, and I'm getting a lot of people just, Jesus Christ is the only way everywhere I'm going. And I realize that's just what that's what I have to deal with, because I'm not here to represent Jesus Christ. I'm here to represent love, and Jesus represents love. But some people don't have, some people only have a relationship with limited love, which is just their religion, and I can respect that. And I guess it's not always comfortable to serve, but that's why we serve, right? Okay. People often assume karma is punishment. I try to explain that it is justice, not punishment. As Edgar Casey said, karma is meeting the self. Agreed. A lot of these people, the Edgar Casey and all these OGs from the 80s, they studied a ton of Buddhism, because what's his name? The other, Alan Watts, studied a ton of Buddhism. So but it's not limited. It's like the master's not just into Buddhism, he's open to everything, and that teaches us, even the group, we're not just limited to one type of sound healing, if you have any ideas moving up to unity, or what you want to do, just let me know. We're gonna still do Is
the pyramid gonna be ready by then? Are we gonna do it in there or no?
Yeah, we're gonna be. What do you mean, like
the pyramid that you're building?
My goal is to get it done by then. Yeah.
Okay.
The edges should come in.
And what are we doing for the tea lights? Are we doing those?
We're gonna do a giant, bold corner edges triangle. So we're gonna be
just around us.
Yeah, but we're gonna make the biggest one just a giant pyramid. That's what it is, and maybe just three candles. Just make it more bold and keep it simple.
Okay.
And
do we need to replace those batteries, or?
I think we should. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
And yeah, we're gonna tell people lay down, head facing the center. And just know that, be prepared that in the future, Tuesdays will replace Wednesday.
Yeah.
Not right now, but eventually, like, instead of doing it here, Tuesday is if
at Unity.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try it if you like it. If you don't like it,
what are we doing?
Like, eventually Tuesday will be open at Unity. Like, we're gonna do a meditation at Unity, not at Tuesday night.
Every day of the week?
Yes. Oh, I mean three times a week, which is like 7.
What do you mean?
Because that there's something else on that day too.
Okay.
So
you mean 3 times a month?
3 times a month.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's just, we're gonna be meeting there, doing event, and just leave.
Yeah.
From Unity. So that is.
What time is that gonna be at?
7. It's really 7 to 8.
Okay.
Or around that, 7 to 8, or.
Yeah, get there at 6:30.
Yeah. So, and that is the development. The goal is to do it the goal was to do it on Wednesday, but it's not working. But what's available, maybe Tuesday.
Okay.
And the goal is to eventually be more at unity somehow.
That'll be cool.
Be more in the pyramid, because
I think that'll be nice to have a more community feel.
well, it's an established space that has a deep respect already, and we need to be in the mainstream flow, and that place is going to help us serve humanity better than just doing it freestyle at the park, which is our thing. That thing, Sunday
sure.
is going to always go, but we need to collaborate, and maybe during the summertime we can switch locations. And I've mentioned if we can just do it at Unity, because they have good shade areas.
What could we? Oh, we can't use the pyramid on Sundays.
No, because they have other. I told him.
Sure.
I told Shirley that they're not using the pyramid in a way that is really healing.
I mean, if we could use that on Sundays, that'd be crazy.
So the goal is to that as we create better, more good karma there,
Yeah.
then we'll be more respected, which allows us to be in there maybe more on when we wanted to. Because right now they don't. Michael likes it.
What time does their traditional service get over?
Around like 12.
Okay.
So we wouldn't be doing the park anymore.
Just
thi-
during the summer.
Only the summer.
Yeah.
When the weather's too extreme and it's not healthy, then we'll be in there.
That'd be cool.
But I think eventually we would just do a full on. I think we would eventually have. I don't want to switch back and forth so much. If we can consistently be in a pyramid on Sunday, it's the best case scenario, and because then it'll become more like it's such a unique space.
Yeah.
And we would help promote unity. Like there's so much
sure.
win for humanity, because why it's indoors, so all the people who make excuses that they can't go out, all sick people,
Yeah.
whatever can.
I think a lot of people do like being outside though, in nature. Like that's one of the aspects
Yes.
of what people really like going to.
Yeah.
So I think keeping that somewhat in terms of maybe, I mean, if we do it outside at Unity, but yeah, I think keeping that aspect as long as the weather is, compatible. Like, and I know in the summer it's really not ideal to be outside, and that keeps a lot of people away. So having it indoors would bring more people, I think, and have more impact.
I think it would be great if we had that option. You know what I mean? I
agree.
it's just more. We'll see.
Yeah.
I love the big tree. It's just
For sure.
There's times with 100-degree heat.
100 plus for,
Or basically we just need a secondary location that's reliable. And I told them, hey, we can just be in your we don't even they have spaces available, and I'm just trying to see.
What do they do in the pyramid on Sunday?
Sometimes they have gatherings talking about like how to heal stuff. Just kind of.
Well, I mean, we could coincide with that possibly, right? Like if we worked with them, not necessarily like do this healing talk, but
Here's
we
the
could
thing.
do it before. Or
The
after.
truth is, I'm willing to leave the park if God tells me
Sure.
we need to be indoors.
Sure.
That's the truth. Because sometimes we're attached to the tree, but God needs us to tend to a temple,
Sure.
right? Because why the master has a temple, but we can also go outside. So we don't always have to meet in the pyramid there, but having a place that's consistent and respected, and I think it will end up being unity, because why? They have compassion for us to perform there.
That's where
Would we be open to do what we wanted to do there? 100%?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. And I mean, what we're doing at the park is, yeah, I mean, at this point was, I guess well, we're not even going to be in there that often, but if we were to do something that consistent, we would have to just do our own thing, and I believe they support. Okay, because again,
And if they don't, we can always say, okay, this isn't working.
yeah,
We'll
for
go
sure.
elsewhere.
I'm not committed to, but if I get involved with the pyramid, I'm trying to take over. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm not gonna casually be in a pyramid.
Well,
but
I remember when we were doing the, what was it, the monthly or the every other month events, we were doing our own thing, but then we were told to change things up their
Yes.
way. So that's what my
True.
concern is, that's going to happen again, and we're going to be you know, kind of told about how to do things. And I mean, it's just a different way of doing things, you know? We're not,
Well,
Not
we don't
completely
have,
in control.
yeah. And I mean, that kind of contradicts with what we do with following our heart.
which is why we reduce our time there. So once we get in there,
Right.
we're just gonna do Mystic Village because it's what brings people. But and the thing is because our merit's moving. Like the leaders seen us.
I
The
was going
peop-
to say, now that we have more support from the leadership, maybe we would have more control
yeah,
over what we're doing.
yeah. I mean, if what we're doing did not work, we would not be growing. Every time we show up at Unity, right? And again, the people that complain, that's just gonna be a few, and we'll see.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
when people complain, it's going to happen naturally anyways, but it's whether the people who are in charge support us or they support the people who are complaining. Like if we have that support from the leadership to say, well, that's just how they do it.
Yeah, it's definitely
Deal
a
with
different group of people at Unity, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, but if we bring our own community there, that's why.
Yeah, we can mesh the communities.
I'm
and have a
telling
bigger
them.
impact.
I'm telling them, hey, look, I'm willing to merge what we're doing, but I guess I'll mention it again.
But not everybody from the park's going to come to Unity
Definitely
either.
not.
Yeah.
So
Well-
definitely keep that in mind, because we've invited people from the park many times, like every Saturday event that we have. And I would say like maybe 10% of them come.
There's a
If
lot
that.
of resistance to authoritative or structured stuff like that by the people that we impact at the park.
And again, I'm willing to break the boundary.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea to at least consider or even try out for a short period of time. If it doesn't work, then we can always go back to what, does work.
Yeah, because I mean, we tried
know.
Buffalo Bayou Park, and again, it's just more. It's about gratitude, right? Yeah,
Yeah, and it's part of your karma, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
that
and
we
that-
go back there and help.
it's definitely how it works. Because I'm at the park. Because why the park was a place where I develop and help people, but then it's not mainstream. The mainstream aren't coming to the park, but the mainstream will show up at this Unity, right? A non-denominational church. That's America, right? That's how I found. I was looking for some more established place, and I think I'm just willing to try it because that's where God's leading the vision, the pyramid, and just at this point it's more trusting. I don't know the clear picture, but I just know that if there was a space, I would want to be in a pyramid to do healing
Sure.
work.
Yeah, no, I like that space a lot. I really like that space, and
It's
the
just-
community seems very open.
Mhm.
And I do. I enjoy every event that I've done there. I've always enjoyed pretty thoroughly. So
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware. The people that complain are just the old people, but once and again, the minister was surprised because the minister has not
yeah.
went to our group, but so this.
Well, like I said, we just need that support from the leadership because we didn't feel supported last time. Like we were told, hey, you can't do this anymore because of the handful of people that complained.
Yeah,
And
and it wasn't. I
It's
wouldn't
not
say
really.
it's probably one or two.
exactly, and that shouldn't be the case. That the
Mhm.
leadership should support us in doing what we're doing, as opposed to the one or two people who
So
complain.
this time he's coming.
yeah,
Right, this time it's coming, and I'll mention it again because, we can always just continue doing outside.
yeah,
But
for sure.
what the stuff that they're doing, they're not growing. That's what, and I have an issue with that. That's why,
Sure.
because if the people that helped me get to this point are falling behind, we need to there's a place where you can support these.
Lift each other up, yeah.
Yeah, because what we're doing is it's already growing. It's fine.
Because they can support us. They have, resources and abilities that we don't have.
The truth is that we don't need
organizational structure.
them. It's almost God telling
Sure.
God's telling me to go show them how to do the work. That's the truth.
True. But
That-
I'm just saying they have resources that we don't have that
Yeah.
they could help us with.
Exactly. So that's why the
It's a
karma
symbiotic
is perfect.
relationship,
Yeah. There's a harmonious thing. We help each other grow. They have resources. We have healing.
For sure.
I just feel like the group at the park, and just speaking honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like the group at the park is a lot more diverse,
Mm-hmm.
and we can reach a lot different communities at the park
Mm-hmm.
than Unity, because I feel like Unity, it's like kind of one particular grouping.
Old and white.
And the park is like just, you see old people, you see young people, you see babies, you see families, you see dogs, you see every different like culture and ethnicity, and it's just beautiful to see humanity coming together rather than, you know, just one specific grouping just grouped together.
But that's not the reason why they come. The reason why they come is because it's on meetup.com.
So if we put it on Meetup, do you think
Yeah,
we'd
it's
get
not
more?
about the park at all. There's a free sound bath and people want to go.
You think that if we put free sound bath and then the location was Unity, we'd still get the same crowd?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because why? There's a ton of people doing events all around, right? People want to go to free events.
True. I would say that's probably true because
Right. I mean, a lot of people find this.
Unity's population is old white people. Like that's what
Yeah,
they are. And
yeah.
That's what they've always been.
So
they don't advertise. to
I
other
don't.
groups.
I haven't really promoted our groups like sound bath. I mean, I could promote like HTX meditation on there at Unity, but we're not at that phase yet. And maybe I can on this one. Like, hey, we could use the HTX meditation page to tell people.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should ask Shirley if we can do that.
Oh,
Put it
the
on
thing
Meetup.
is, they do promote on there, but their branding is not HTX meditation, so people aren't as interested.
Yeah.
Because their branding isn't. It's like other stuff people don't want, right?
Yeah.
So it's less about the location and it's more about like the marketing. You know, it's like Meetup.com helped us to grow rapidly, right? Before it was like what, just 10, 15 people because they're all the same people.
Yeah, they just knew about it, just like at Unity. They just know about it
And
because that's their
so
community.
it may take time to cultivate there, but once we consistently promote, I guarantee you. Have you seen that pyramid meditation on Sunday is free?
Yeah, for sure.
Pyramid meditate, because when you hear pyramid meditation, you want to try it.
I think we could be limited in the number of people that would be allowed or be able to fit in there as well.
We're already at our max for the Saturday events that we used to
For the
have.
most
There was
part,
like
yeah.
barely any space.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we could use chairs on the outside, and then if you're late, you just
we
have to sit in a
haven't
chair.
we haven't managed the laying down space.
That's true.
But we could if it gets that packed, which is a great sign. You know why?
Yeah.
When people packed in a room for sound healing, it's like when people see it's more inspiring than just a bunch of scattered people who aren't like considerate about how they lay down.
Yeah.
So I think
I mean, we could definitely maximize our space and get a lot more people in there, but at a certain point, you would have to turn people away.
yeah, which is fine
That'd be
because
crazy, right?
because then they would have to show up early.
Yeah, we'd fill up the balcony.
Well,
up
that's the
above.
whole thing. Like, no, everybody would have to be on time, because if they came later to the event, like after we started, those doors are so loud to even get in.
For sure.
So people feel uncomfortable coming into the room.
Yeah.
If they have to leave early, or if they come in like a little bit later, then
If
they
they
feel
come
like they're
late-
disturbing the meditation.
Yeah, well, they don't have to enter.
That's true. Yeah, if you can't stay the whole time, you just
I'm
don't.
like, they don't have to enter. Would Harry be happy when the event start? They lock the door, right?
Gotcha.
Why? Because then it makes people have to show up on time.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm fine with that. It's just, I'm trying.
I think those are problems that we need to worry about when they
Yeah.
come to fruition.
Yeah, because to me,
Those
that's
are not
like it's
something to worry
these
about right
problems are great problems to have
sure.
because that means it's getting so
It's
packed
working
that we
well.
have to, and that's I'm trying to fill that pyramid and getting people to own.
It'd be wild to have like even the balcony up above full,
Mhm.
people sitting. Like, sorry, there's sitting room
Yeah.
only up above.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's definitely the goal. Use like we're trying to get positive energy in the pyramid and rise the energy,
Yeah, and use it to spread it out throughout the city and throughout our local.
and then
area.
because guess what? They have social media people taking photos this time. Somebody asked.
Oh yeah.
Somebody asked Shirley if they can come take photos.
Cool.
Right? So everything is telling me, hey, focus here.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be attached to the park, but we should still use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the testing, we're not gonna dump Sunday. We're gonna use Tuesday. If it grows Tuesday, then Unity is like, hey, what they're doing works. People are
Yeah, for sure.
because there's nothing going on Tuesday ever,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So if on Tuesday we can gather 100 people, they're like, what if we switch to a day that
Yeah.
people want to be there?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why it's like a slow process of trying things out and trusting God.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you know if we're allowed to put it on Meetup that we're going to be doing stuff at Unity?
they don't. I mean, it's
Whatever,
they don't
right?
get. Yeah, it's free. I mean, it's a free
Yeah.
event. They're not gonna be like, yeah, less people is better.
More donations. Yeah.
Yeah, to them it's more donations because I'm just thinking we're thinking on a different level. That's why we're going there to show them how to do the work.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? A sound bath on Tuesdays?
Not yet.
So just a
Eventually.
regular meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Tuesday it would just be us showing up and doing freestyle.
Right.
With the sound.
Yeah, with sound.
So we would be doing sound
we would
on
be,
Tuesday.
Yes, we would be doing our thing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So like what we're doing online, we would just be doing over there, and locals can be with us.
I like it.
So that's what's in the works. It hasn't happened yet because she has to get it through the
How
meeting.
How long do you think? You know?
Honestly, by the end of this, like within 2 to 4 weeks, we should figure that out.
Okay.
And because the goal is to how can we reach more people locally, right? Because we're reaching online, but it's nothing compared to the energy you could feel
It's
in
not the
person.
same impact, yeah.
But we can still live stream.
We could still live stream from there, yeah.
We could still live stream. So everything that we're doing here, we could do in the pyramid.
For sure.
It's just again more effort. Why? Because it's over there, closer to my house actually. But
It's
but
all
of
the
course,
same for me.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be quicker for me to get there.
We'll see.
yeah. So I'm just letting you know what the dots is, just so you can know what may be ahead.
Sure.
So just know it's again to grow. It's going to be more effort, and we're gonna have to deal with different groups of people, and we have to continue doing what works. And if we run into the same issue, guess what? We don't have to be there, or we don't have to be there. So just know, but we're gonna have to be resilient a little bit to just see, hey, if we can't be ourselves, we're not gonna be here.
Yeah, of course.
Which is because I fight very strong when it comes to fighting for principles and values because it's how we got here in the first place.
Yeah, and I think this time we shouldn't just try to distance ourselves. If we do get some pushback, we should stand up for what we do, and if they don't like that, then we start to distance ourselves again.
And the thing is, I think it was healthy for us because planning every 1 or 2 months.
No, that's fine. I just meant, yeah.
But with the freestyle, we don't have to plan as much.
Yeah.
And it will be more casual engagement like we normally do. And maybe as people come more consistently, we'll just know who to talk to.
Sure.
Versus going all the way
Staying
to the
away
new
from,
people
the new
who
people.
aren't ready. And because again, we also have grown as a group. We have more experience in what flow and our instruments, and even our setup. We're definitely more solid with our setup.
Very efficient at putting it up and taking it down.
And then with the pyramid, I think it's gonna, move forward. And then with, just more social media, and again, just keeping our energy grounded and just do the work. Just do the work.
Yep.
Let's see. I learned that some very skilled gurus can choose when they die. When are you all? That's what Thich Nhat Hanh. He died at 99. Right.
Was he really that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
He died at 90. Like he chose to keep living until that age.
No, I've
Same
seen,
thing
yeah,
with
some Buddhist stuff like that.
Paramahansa Yogananda shows when to die. Some gurus and teachers are at that level.
Yeah.
Great. Why? Because they're trying to show us what's possible. We're not the body, so hey, I'm gonna go at this time, and we don't know when our time is, because unless you're at that level and you're secretly just playing dumb.
And you're true.
Okay, thank you everybody, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you.
Love your damn self.